Good morning, children. Today we are going to continue our chapter 8, that is e commerce and outsourcing of services. In this lecture, we will discuss about what is outsourcing of services. From the word, you can say that outsourcing. Outsourcing means taking services from outside, is known as outsourcing of services. So, what you can say is outsourcing. Outsourcing is the process of getting services done through specialized agency outside the business enterprise. For example, you are having a business enterprise. Now, if you are taking any service from outside, is known as outsourcing. In other words, you can say that it is outsourcing means getting something from external sources rather than making it within the organization. Here also you can see that the process of contracting out less important business activities to external agencies that are highly specialized in those business activities is known as outsourcing. In outsourcing, companies contract out certain activities to other firms that is specialized in them. Simply, you can say that outsourcing is getting services by someone else. A business enterprise, if they think that some of the services any outsider can do it better than themselves, then they outsource that type of services. Next, what you can say is a business enterprise may outcome its advertising. For example, any business enterprise can outsource its advertising activity to a specialized advertising agencies for a better quality and economy instead of setting up its own advertising department. Because if they will settle up their own advertising department, they have to recruit employees for them. So instead of putting up a separate department for that purpose, they outsource this advertising from any other specialized agency that can be done for that business. Normally, a business enterprise prefer to outsource those services that are specialized in nature and performed on regular basis at economical rates. These services include accounting data, means which type of services are taken from outside, that is accounting data processing, content development, customer care, customer contact services, legal services, repair work, advertising services, fittings, paintings, employment of employees, training of employees, payroll accounting, these type of services many of the business enterprise take from outside. Therefore, what you can say is when the services are taken from the outsiders is known as outsourcing. Outsourcing denotes the continuous procurement of services from a third party, making use of highly integrated processes, organization models, and information system. Now, under this outsourcing, we will study what is BPO and what is KPO. These are types of outsourcing. So, first you can say many types are there, but in your course only two types are there, that is BPO and KPO. BPO stand for business process outsourcing. Business process outsourcing means that it is a subset of outsourcing that involves the contracting of the operations and responsibility of specific business function or process to a third party service provider. That is, for example, an insurance company may outsource customers' claim processing tasks, for a bank may outsource customer loan processing job, etc. For example, there is one insurance company, they will take they will outsource which type of services, means they can outsource customer claim processing task from outside. Or a bank may outsource customer loan processing job. Also, other common examples of BPOs are call center job meant for customer contact. BPO job includes accounting services, courier services, advertising services, customer related services, etc. Now, what you can say is BPO is divided into two categories. BPO is divided into two categories, that is back office outsourcing, which include internal business functioning such as billing, purchasing, etc., and front office outsourcing include customer related services. Now, BPO is of two type, that is back office which is not related to the front office work, that is billing, purchasing, etc., and front office work will include marketing or customer related services. Example of BPOs are Genpact, TCS, Global Services, Wipro, and many other are the examples of BPO. Next is BPO job contractor outside a company own country is called offshore outsourcing. Now, BPO job contractor outside a company outside a company's own country is called offshore outsourcing. Company is taking if a company is taking contract from outside the country, then it is known as offshore outsourcing. If a company is outsourcing the services from the own country, it is known as onshore outsourcing. And if a company is outsourcing the services from the neighboring country, it is known as near shore outsourcing. Therefore, offshore, if a company is taking outsource if a company is taking from the other country, then it is known as offshore outsourcing. And if the company is taking services from its own country, it is known as onshore outsourcing. And if the company is taking the services from the neighboring country, it is known as near shore outsourcing. This was all about BPO, that is BPO stands for business process outsourcing, and it involves contracting external agencies for performing specific business functioning. When a company outsource any specific business function from any other specialized company, then it is known as business process outsourcing. Means they are taking any special business function from any other company, that is known as business process outsourcing. Next type of outsourcing is process outsourcing. From the word you can say is KPO stand for knowledge process outsourcing. Now, when a company outsource knowledge from any other company, from any other specialized company or institution, that is known as knowledge process outsourcing. That is, knowledge process is a high value added process that depends on the skills, knowledge, and experience of the people carrying out various activities. KPO calls for the application of any company when a company outsource highly specialized knowledge from any other company, then it is known as knowledge process outsourcing. Outsourcing of knowledge results in emergence of a new business activity known as knowledge process outsourcing. Now, many other you can say scope of KPO is vast, and it covers information technologies like services, legal processes, intellectual property, patient related services. Many examples are there. This was types of outsourcing, that is BPO and KPO. BPO stand for business process outsourcing, means outsourcing any special business function from outside the company is known as business process outsourcing. And KPO means outsourcing knowledge, skills from any other specialized company is known as knowledge process outsourcing. Now, next one is scope of outsourcing services. Scope of outsourcing services. Sometimes it is rational to avail of services from outside agencies, provided those services are available at competitive rate. Some of the areas where services can be outsourced are as follows. Financial services we can outsource. The scope of financial services has widened due to globalization. Therefore, financial services, some of the companies they outsource. Next is advertising services also, because it is the main part of any company. Therefore, some of the companies give advertising, work of advertising to any other company to do for that company. Next is courier services is also done by other companies, or they are outsourced by the other company. Then customer support services also is outsourced. Therefore, we can say that scope of outsourcing service, or where outsourcing is required, means financial services, advertising services, courier services, customer support services are there for outsourcing of services. Next is why there is a need or importance of outsourcing services. Because if a for example, if a company has started, they will main focus on their production, sale, and many other things. They will not focus on advertisement. That is why they give the advertisement part to other company to do for that company. That is why we can say that to get a better quality services, we outsource some of the services. Concentrating on core activities, by giving some of the activity to other companies, the company can focus on the core activity of the business, that is production, sales, and maximizing of profit. Then avoiding labor troubles. Now, avoiding labor trouble means that the employees, those who are working, they will not get more in trouble by doing extra work. Cost effective services, because if sometimes if any company is outsourcing services from outside, they get in a very cheaper rate. Avoiding fixed investment, by outsourcing of services. When a business enterprise attempt to get all services from within the organization, it has to we have studied also, if all the things are done by the same business, they have to set a separate departments for that. So if separate departments are there, so specific investment have to be made. Therefore, much expenditure will be there. Therefore, to avoid these type of fixed investment, we can outsource some of the services. Now, next topic which we have to study in this chapter is smart card. Smart card is a pocket size card which is similar to a credit card, and in this a microchip is there which is loaded with data. This card is made of plastic, generally polyvinyl deroid polyvinyl chloride, and it contains volatile memory and secure microprocessor components. This card contains more information than credit cards and debit cards, and it can store data to support multiple application. Therefore, you can say that smart card is used as an electronic wallet also, and it is also introduced in a personal identification such as driver license card, patient cards, and smart card can also serve as household utility prepayment cards also. They serve us as smart health card, and they provide student they are provided to students at school and colleges for tracking their attendance. and it can be programmed with various facilities such as medical information, driver license, banking credentials, and many more things. This was all about smart card and this chapter e-commerce and outsourcing of services. We have finished this chapter e-commerce and outsourcing of services. In the next lecture, we will start with the new chapter, that is the stock exchange. Thank you.